To admit that you're orphaned is the single most vulnerable place that you will ever put yourself. Because you're actually you're making yourself vulnerable to your own self, your true self. You're actually being what Jesus calls being poor in spirit. You're recognizing this, it's a deficiency. It's this, I'm hurting, I'm mad, but I'm not mad because I'm mad and angry. I'm mad and angry because I'm afraid. And that's one thing that we find so often is how often fear or anger, that anger is actually it's almost this alchemized emotion that we use because we feel like it's easier to contain, it's easier to manage, easier to control, rather than the fear of being alone. There are some people that will go in their life and they will just go in a direction that takes a certain kind of heroism that it's not heroism, but they try to view it that way of, well, that's what the world is. No, one of the greatest achievements and accomplishments is when you can be present with yourself and orient yourself truly and actually to a place that says, yeah, I'm afraid. And God says, Jesus says, I have not orphaned you. He says, I brought you in my spirit. And this is incredibly important, because if we don't understand that we're not alone, and we don't receive that we're actually not alone, but there have been things that have brought us to this place that says that we are, and we don't believe that God actually is for us, truly for us, we will continue to act out of being orphaned or a kind of orphaning. And that's the real tragedy, because then that's how life gets lost. It's how our life gets lost. It's how it gets lost. And the key in this is coming to a realization that we are the treasure. That we are the treasure. That the worth and the value that we have is so immense that we were worth saving, and that we're worth going after, and that we are the treasure. And that's not arrogance, that's not pompous pride, that's truth. But the problem is it becomes obfuscated, it becomes hidden, we become blinded because of hurts, because of hangups, because of habits, and because we don't want to just admit, okay, I'm orphaned. And that's okay. And it's okay to not be okay. And it's okay to not be okay. It's okay. And we'll talk about that more.